County. Joe, can you hear me back there?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not one for pedestals and all that. See what's going on up there too. So I'm the originator, I guess you call it, from the Treasure Coast WeatherNet. Originally started up in Indian River County, spread down to St. Lucie County. Technically, we are a group of amateur radio operators that work hand in hand with the National Weather Service, and you'll hear some more from Scott in a little bit, who's our keynote speaker this morning from National Weather Service in Melbourne. We're a group of amateur radio operators, like Ron has said, that we're gathering information for the National Weather Service as to what we actually see, like Ron said, the eyes and ears of the National Weather Service actually see what's going on. Here we go. And some of these slides here might be a little duplication, so I'll just keep going. This is a photo of the National Weather Service up in Melbourne, just in case you all haven't seen it, seen where that is. This was prior to 2004, because that tree no longer exists. 2004 was when we got it, but it was taken down by one. But that's the National Weather Service up in Melbourne. And a little definition of what SKYWARN is, like Ron had mentioned. We're just the eyes and ears of the National Weather Service, the way with the curvature of the earth and whatnot, particularly from down here in Martin County. The radar doesn't see what's happening close to the ground. So if we see hail, flooding rain, rotating cloud walls and things like that, that's information that the National Weather Service likes to get, which enables them, if say the particular storm is traveling from south to north, the hail's small down here and it's starting to build up as it's traveling north, well, they can issue warnings ahead of the storm and warn the people out. That's part of our function to help them, see what's going on, get our information, ties into what the radar says, and helps them issue warnings further up the road. And our main goal is to save lives and property as well. Once again, this is a slide about the next upcoming SKYWARN training session. It is open to the public. It's not just amateur radio operators. Scott does a lot of training classes to schools, sheriff's office, the police departments, county, and things like that. So if you have the opportunity and you have an interest in meteorology and weather, and want to be able to help the general public and all, not only here locally, but you can go on vacation somewhere and you see something going on, you can always call it in and report it in. Even if you have to call it in to Melbourne and think about where it goes, it can happen. So it's well worth it. You're helping your fellow man, by just helping, giving them warnings along the way. This is some particular information concerning the amateur radio repeater that we use, the St. Lucie Repeater Association repeater. If you have a scanner and you want to listen to what's going on sometimes, 146.775 is the frequency to listen to. We also have linked in, like Ron had mentioned, into a system called Echolink, which is a worldwide system. And we can give our reports to the National Weather Service that way, as well as even the National Hurricane Center. When the hurricanes are around and they need reports, they're going to be monitoring that, so we can do that as well. Treasure Coast WeatherNet basically serves Indian River and St. Lucie County, but we work hand in hand with Ron and the groups down here in Martin County. Say I'm running the net, I have the lightning strikes all around, and I don't want to be on my radio. So, we'll let Ron take the net over, and or Ray J or whomever down here, and they can relay to the National Weather Service what's going on. Because sometimes you don't want to be hardwired to your tower. Well, let me jump that slide. This is an example of some of the amateur radio spotters we have throughout the county along the Treasure Coast, up as far as following the Melbourne area, the Weather Service is up there, and along the Treasure Coast is as of May of this year in Indian River County we have 59 registered spotters. St. Lucie County has 84, and Martin County has 63. And we'd like to build those numbers up and be either for the National Weather Service. So back up to Ron's slide on the funnel cloud, and This is one that I took up in Indian River County this past year, looking up towards our airport. And it was a gorgeous day like today. You wouldn't have a clue that anything like this would show up. And then when I called up Derek, the guys from the Weather Service, hey, you know, I'm going to send you a picture, you know, before I commit myself. And sure enough, it is a fun lot. And just a gorgeous day, and there it was, you know, so you never know. But they like to hear these things, you know, because with the river and the layout of the topography and all, who knows what's going to happen, water spouts and things like that. So. Something very important that we're all guilty of, thunderstorms. And this is one of the newer sayings from the National Weather Service: when thunder roars, go indoors. If you hear thunder, before and after the thunderstorm, it's always smart to try to stay inside. You know, whether the storm is past, lightning bolt can still come from the backside of the storm. So just keep that in mind. Try to, you know, wait 30 minutes after you hear a storm. Do all of us do it? But just keep it in mind. It's a very good saying. And, you know, education to our children, you know, try to get that point across to them. One important thing that I stress in a lot of things is, I don't know how many of you have these, but the weather alert radios. This is one of the older ones this is a Maxon one. We have a Midland one that we're raffling off, and there might be a couple of Midlands out there this morning. So what this does, this is a device that can sit in your home, be in the dormant mode like it is now, when the National Weather Service issues an alert, whether it's a thunderstorm warning, tornado warning, a statement, or whatever the case may be. There are tones in here that they transmit that set these radios off. And this will wake you up at 2 o'clock in the morning. There you go. And if folks have these up in the villages, you know, Caller area, you know, more lives may have been saved. And after that tornado that went through there a few years back, you know, there was a big push to get these in the mobile homes and whatnot to the folks. So in case there was a that seems to be an avenue for tornadic activity up there. But every Wednesday you'll get 2 tests, usually a day, one in the morning around 11 o'clock, one at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's just testing to make sure, you know, your radio is working. And the rest of the time, this sits around like this, and if it goes off, well, you're going to pay attention to it because it's loud. You know, you can adjust it, but do not if it's loud, so you can wake it up. It's a good investment. They run anywhere from about $19.99 up to $100, depending on what you want. You know, with alarm clocks and things like that. So, a very good piece of equipment. Let's see. A lot of this information here, that's more information on the weather alert radio. Oops. In May every year, National Weather Service nationally has Hurricane Preparedness Week towards the end of May, just before hurricane season begins. This website is still active. You can go there and get more information how to be prepared for hurricanes, what to expect. If you're new here to Florida, situation a little bit different here than New England. So, as you can tell by my accent, I've been through Hurricane Carol back in '54. I remember that. But you know, it's altogether a different weather scene down here as compared up and down the East Coast. But it's a good site to go to and get some more information. Back at the tables in the back, we have handouts that has more information on that as well. This was a photo I took after Hurricane Francis leaving Indian River Memorial Hospital, coming up Indian River Boulevard. And a lot of people, when you're in the shelters, you hear on the radio, hey, the hurricane that's passed, it's going by. Why can I not go home? Why can't I not go across the bridge? How come they won't let me go? Well, that's why. That was probably about a half an hour after they gave the police department and the fire department permission to go out and start checking things out. We were was able to be released early. So this is on my way back to my other station. And, you know, traveling was not pretty. You know, the traffic lights were hanging like that. And also, there is a reason why the EOCs tend to tell you when you can and cannot leave. So please pay attention to the authorities. And which you'll see later. National Weather Service Melbourne homepage. Another source of information is Crown Weather Services, which kind of encapsulates a lot of information from a lot of people throughout the country. National Weather Service, everything within NOAA. It's really encompasses a lot of information. If you could write down that number, I have some brochures in the back, the website, crownweather.com. And when a storm is in the area or approaching, it's a good clearinghouse for all the information. You see all the maps, the paths, all of that. When a hurricane does get close, like Katrina did to New Orleans, those even links out to the TV stations there. You can actually see what's going on there. And it's kind of interesting to see how they cover things and how we cover things down in Florida. So even in the islands too. This is a brief slide. This is an actual lightning bolt that was offshore here a few years back off where Sea Ray is, Merritt Island area. Those are some other links that we use, like the Navy link and satellite information there, along with the National Weather Service. They all help complement each other. This link I have on our website, so if you want to check that out. Our website is TCWN.net. And this is a photograph from the top of the tower where our antenna is over on US 1 and St. Lucie and Indiana County line. So there's a photograph going on. Anybody have any questions about SKYWARN or Maine? We're always looking for volunteers to help out, report, and you don't have to. We don't want people to go out and be chasers. You know, we don't want you to go out and sit on a bridge and wait for something to come along. You know, we want everybody safe. You can do it from the